my name is Melissa, and today I will be showing you my process of why are you doing that? Hi, my name is Melissa, and I remembered to press record before I started an art project, so this will be a speed paint slash me talking through my process. And today's subject will be... Alright, first of all, I'm going to start by drawing her head and get her big eyes in there and her happy face, add some whiskers, and of course the body and her 4 legs. And you might be thinking I'm forgetting to put the tail, but she is a Manx cat and actually doesn't have a tail. Now we're going to make it a little more realistic, and instead of floating in space, we're going to give her some grass to stand on. Even though she's never really stood in the grass, she's an indoor cat. And I'm going to make sure it's a nice sunny day in this painting. Color in the sun, even though I didn't color in anything else. Just make it a little more realistic again. There's not just grass outside, there's also sometimes flowers, and I think if she was outside she'd like to stand next to a happy flower. And more realistically, the sun is smiling because there's no clouds in the sky. And there's nothing blocking it from it throwing its radiation on the earth. You like your painting? Alright, of course, that one was a joke. Before I start the painting, I'm going to first have to do the lines. I used a grid so it's easier to make the lines more accurate. Freehanding the entire canvas is more difficult than taking it 1 inch square at a time. My canvas is 11 inches by 14 inches, so on my reference picture I have also cropped it to 11 by 14 proportions. I put a grid on it as well, and I just compare the 2 grids and make the lines. You do still have to make the choice of what line you're going to decide to make, and it still makes sense to you. Then you gather up all your paint, get all set up, and make sure the camera's not in a weird angle to show your double chin. I like to first find the easiest place that's to paint, so that way I can start getting in painting mode and just space out a little bit while I'm starting to paint. I chose to start doing the most blackest parts first because I did choose this painting or this picture because it's black on black, and black is pretty easy to shade or lighten because it's only 2 colors, black and white. But then I realized after I start painting I'm going to lose all my lines, so I tried my best to find something that was distinct. So I tried to do the most blackish shadowy parts that did not need any lightening, and I don't know, just timidly try to paint those first. There's a little bit of a jump because I did not know that my camera had stopped recording. found out that it only has about as much space to record 30 minutes at a time. So after that, I started setting a timer for 30 minutes. And that is also why every now and then the camera angle will jump. It's because I have to stop, take the video off so there's more room on my camera, and then go back and reset it all up again. But at least it makes it a little bit more interesting than just having the same camera angle all the time. Around this time, I realized that maybe putting a black cat in a picture with a black jacket wasn't the best idea, because now I have to figure out a way to make it look like it's on some fabric and not just a giant blobby cat. The reason that it keeps getting light and dark is because I'm putting my face in front of the light, which I did not know at the time. So now it just keeps going light and dark, and hopefully it's not fast enough to give anybody, seizure or anything. I don't know why, but this section of fabric was really giving me trouble, and I was not happy with the way it looked. So enjoy the next few minutes of me struggling to try and figure out how to make it look good. And right now, the curtain is being possessed by the subject of the painting. She's going back there and playing around, and I did not notice until I was looking back at the footage that just looks like the walls are moving. I tried like 4 different brushes to try and get the fuzziness on her feet right, and it did not look good. So I guess I left the room, and then I got a fan brush, and it worked perfectly. But of course, then I had to redo the paint and also erase the parts that I had already done that were too thick and blobby for my likes. It's cool that in 16 times the speed, it looks like I know what I'm doing. But that white part on the nose, I did not know there was that much white on my paintbrush, but I made it work, and I think it actually looks a little bit better than it did before. I have no idea how that I never noticed in the lines that I made one pupil humongous compared to the other one. But it's all good, I fixed it, I evened them out.